Hi, welcome to ShowMeTheCurry.com. I'm Hital.
I'm Anuja, and today we're going to show you how to make raw papaya parathas.
Very interesting. Yeah, sounds very interesting. So we have a raw papaya right here. It almost looks like a coconut, but it is a papaya and it's green, so that's how we know it's raw. And the inside, you'll notice that the seeds have not yet turned black. So this is what we're going to use. And meanwhile, we have some chapati atta that we needed right here. Now this is our standard chapati atta, which is 1.5 cups of flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 3 teaspoons of oil, which is 1 tablespoon, and about 1/2 cup or just a little over 1/2 cup of warm water. And we kneaded it, and here it is, and we've kept it covered until we need to use it.
So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the seeds from the center, we're going to peel it, and we're going to shred it.
So here's our raw papaya. We shredded it using the biggest grate from our little box grater. So it's 2 cups loosely packed.
And to this, we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of salt. And what we're going to do is we're going to allow it to sit so that it releases its juices so that your paratha is not soggy and it's not a big mess.
And just mix it through like that. Will help the salt release the water.
So it's been 5 or 10 minutes. Now the papaya has become a little limp, which is perfect. You know, it makes it easier when you have to make parathas. So what we're going to do is now pick up a handful and just squeeze out all the liquid.
Now that's a lot of liquid that's come out, and the main reason we do this is going to be stuffed inside of our dough, and when we try to roll it, if it's that much liquid, it'll almost be impossible to roll that. Okay, so we're going to break this apart again, so we can add a couple of more spices in there.
So now we're going to add in green chilies, finely chopped to taste, cilantro, finely chopped, and we're going to add, for tartness, we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of amchur powder, which is also dry mango powder, or to taste actually, because a lot of times these amchur powders, they vary in tastes and flavors and intensities. And actually you mix it in, and then you can check in your salt. If you need to add in additional salt, you may, and if you're okay with it, just leave it as is.
So now all the spices are mixed in. We're going to portion this out, and the reason I'm doing this is so that we have equal filling in each paratha, and then we don't have any leftover at the end. But it's going to make approximately 6 parathas.
And the dough has been resting all this time. I'm going to knead it one more time, and I'm going to portion it out into exactly the same number as Hital manages for the papaya. So that made, so after a lot of doing the adjusting and balancing act, we finally got 6 parathas over there.
Yay.
So I'm going to divide this into 6 portions as well. So this has been rolled out, that's ready. Hital's ready to roll out the parathas, and I actually have the tawa already heating up on medium heat. You need it to get nice and hot before we put a paratha on it.
Right. So I have extra flour here in just a little container, and I'm going to use that to kind of dust my paratha as I go so it doesn't stick. So here's one of our dough balls. We're going to dust it with a little bit of flour, and just with our hands we're going to press it and kind of make it into a small little bowl that we can use to stuff the papaya into. And kind of keep the edges thin and the middle a little bit thicker. And when you have about a 3.5 inch circle, you can stop and kind of hold it in your hand like that. And we're going to put a little bit of the papaya mixture in there. Put it down and close the dough around the filling. Just pinch it like that, seal it shut. And when it all comes together, pinch it really tight and just twist it off. Now we're going to put this back into our dusting flour and start off with the seam side down and gently roll it out. And halfway through you may need to dust it again. Put it back inside the flour. And now I'm flipping it around. Now the seam side is up, and that'll kind of make the dough a little bit thinner right there. And because there's stuffing inside, it's going to be a little thicker than your normal chapatis. And if at any point it opens up a little bit, you can always take a little extra flour, just dust it, and continue on. Once it's evenly rolled, it's going to go onto the hot tawa.
Now we're going to cook it till we start seeing the dough kind of change color. Okay, the dough is starting to change color. Good time to flip it and allow it to cook on the underside. Just give it another minute on this side, and you're going to take a little bit of oil with a spoon and just pour it over and spread it. Flip it, press it down a bit, put oil on this side and flip. Just give it another 30 seconds to a minute and it's done. So our raw papaya parathas are ready. They look so yummy. Parathas always make you salivate. So you want to give it a try?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Let's break a little piece. Look at that. Yum.
I thought you were going to give it to me. So actually this, by the looks of it, reminds me of mooli parathas, you know. So let's see.
That's delicious. I love the flavor of the amchur. It gives it a nice little tartness in there. And the chilies, yum.
Reminds me of the raw papaya salad.
Yes.
So you can also call it raw papaya salad paratha. It doesn't need anything with it. No pickles needed, no raita needed. It's just fabulous as is.
It's enough flavor inside. But of course you can have it with yogurt, you can have it with pickle, and it can be part of your actual meal too. I mean, either way, but it's fabulous.
Yep. A refreshing change, I think.
So if you like this recipe and you want to see more from us, please be sure you subscribe to our channel because it's absolutely free and you'll be the first to know every time we post a new recipe.
And enjoy your raw papaya parathas and join us again on another episode of ShowMeTheCurry.com.
Adding a pinch of spice to your life.